All right, Kellen Russell coming off of a winning performance at the U.S. Open. That was a big breakthrough tournament for you. So what was working for you over the weekend?
I think finally all the stuff I've been working on with Andy and stuff and Jimmy in the room and Josh and all those guys, as finally I started implementing in the matches, being more aware of, staying low, good position in my stance, and being able to, especially on the edge, be able to figure out where my body is compared to the line and his, and be able to get those push out points, or make sure that I'm not stepping out of bounds, because before I was kind of putting myself in bad situations at the edge, they're bad situations in freestyle, but they're not necessarily bad in collegiate. So I had to, I finally started getting that transition where it was naturally I was trying to get to the center of the mat the whole time.
And you seemed like you had a lot of confidence going in, that your training was going really well. So does that make a big difference?
Yeah, it was huge. We we were wrestling a ton before the trials. We were doing 2 wrestling practices a day plus a conditioning one, and just putting myself in those situations, freestyle situations, feeling more comfortable in there is what allowed me to feel more comfortable on the mat and freestyle, and not be really tight out there and be able to flow, because I know once I started moving around, I kind of knew what to do in every position, because I would put myself in there at least every day.
And you were unseeded, so you had to go through the challenge tournament. But you said afterwards that might have been a good thing. You like going through that?
Yeah, it was good to get out there and get the jitters out a little bit. It was a big national tournament, so be able to get out, get a couple warm-up matches in. First time I was down to weight in a long time. Yeah. First time I really weighed in under 150 since Olympic trials. So it's good to be able to get those couple matches in, warm up, and then make weight again. And I felt I got a lot of confidence after that first day, just because everything I was doing was working really well, and I was able to run through some people.
Well, and do you think that helps to go into that second day, maybe with a little sense of momentum?
Yeah, definitely. I was rolling there, in the first day, and then right in the second day, I was ready to go the whole time. I was already warmed up pretty much from the day before. Still, I knew what the arena was like. I knew hot or cold, and it felt more like a college tournament where I wrestled the one day and then rest, and then wrestle the second day. So I was really comfortable there, and it was easy making weight the second day, so it was great.
Well, I've seen on some of these message boards that people are commenting about how aggressive you've been. And maybe the finals match was a little more kind of a closed chess match, but you've been really aggressive. So is that something that you're being aware of, and you're making an effort to get out there and attack?
Yeah, definitely. You got to be able to, once you attack a guy, he's going to go on. A lot of guys will go on their heels, and that's when I was getting those push-outs, or they were bailing out and I was getting a takedown. So the more I'm attacking, the more I'm able to get those push-outs, and once I score that first point, then I can rely on my counter offense and counter attacks to get my spins and snaps and stuff like that. So I kind of realized if I be aggressive the first 15 or 20 seconds, if I give up a point, I can get it back later on. It's better than waiting until the last 10 seconds and trying to score. I'd rather be down 1-0 with a minute 45 than with 15 seconds left. So I'm trying to get my offense going right away, and then after that I can be a little more cautious and once I get that first score.
And talk about your finals match. It was a really close match, and you were down early. You lost the first period.
Yeah, I probably should have been a little more aggressive. I wasn't doing as my foot fakes or anything like that as much as I was doing earlier. But I knew he's pretty quick. He was looking for one of those kind of low singles or blast, push him out. So I made sure I was staying in a good position the whole time, and the first one came to the ball grab, and it's 50-50. He won. I almost got out of it. He lifted me straight up in the air, which I don't mind too much, as long as I was able to kind of almost hip out. Then second period, he got in on a shot and got an appreciation point. We challenged it and lost, so it was 2-0. But then I actually started moving, and I felt a lot more comfortable. I was able to score two points right there and win the period. And after that period, I felt a lot more comfortable. I think even though the third period came down to the ball grab, I was a lot more offensive there, and I had a couple scoring opportunities right at the end. I had a scoring opportunity. If I would have been a little quicker there, I probably could have got around him and got one. But after I won the ball grab, I was confident. We do that 3 or 4 times a week, so I felt good being in that situation.
So you were confident going into the tournament, and then you win the tournament. So what does that do for your confidence coming out of it?
gets it. You know, I keep getting more and more confident, and also puts a lot of confidence in my training.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard when you're coming in here three times a day, and you know you're busting your butt, and you're not wrestling every weekend like in college, so you're not seeing those improvements. But after being able to go out there and win the U.S. Open, after 1 year of training, obviously things are working, and I'm heading in the right direction. So now it's kind of easier to come in here every day and bust my butt.
Well, and what does that say? Not only it says a lot about you, but what does it say for your coaching? The training partners you have, the environment that you're in.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's all all that stuff comes together. Play a lot of in the mental games, and there being confident. I feel like I have the best coaches in the country, and the best training partners in the country here, and I'm comfortable here, and it's one of those things that everyone keeps feeding off each other. Jimmy's wrestling really well. I'm wrestling really well. Kyle wrestled well this weekend. So it kind of, the more we have success, I think everybody's, building up their confidence together and start winning all these tournaments.
And it's exciting to see a guy like Ben Whitford win at FILA's, win the OW award, and he's going to come in and be another guy that you can work out with.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, both, it's great having college guys come up, and it's great having more workout partners, and, a lot of those guys, a bunch of guys had really good tournaments down in the FILA, so it's going to be exciting these next couple of years.
All right, and you've got, 2 months now before the trials? Mm-hmm. What are some of the things that even you had a great tournament this weekend, what are some of the things that you're leaving that tournament thinking that I need to still work on?
I still need to be more confident in my shots, or, right that first 15 to 20 seconds. Most of the time I was doing it. The finals I didn't do it, and a couple matches earlier in the tournament I was kind of hanging out in the beginning and having a slower start. I need to really concentrate on starting fast every period in practice when we're doing matches or minute goes or something like that. And also just keep working on my counter offense and put myself in situations, extended singles and situations like that I might get into in a match. I just need to keep working on those. And
you get the bye to the final, so it's a completely opposite situation as this past weekend, but and you're still just a couple days removed, and you got a long time to prepare, but maybe how does that change your preparation a little bit?
Well, it's definitely going to change. Instead of having 6 matches before the finals, I'm going to go in without wrestling in the tournament, so it's definitely going to be a lot more making sure I'll be able to train real hard there, and then get a couple matches in that morning with somebody, whether a younger kid or maybe someone else who's sitting out or something like that. Be able to get a really hard match in. It's kind of like NCAAs in college where you sit around all day and then you wrestle later on that third day. So I have experience with it, but obviously it's different because in NCAAs that guy's doing the same thing, and there's going to be someone who's going to be pretty confident like me coming out of the mini tournament and winning it. So it's definitely going to be again, it's going to be key for me to start off fast in the match and kind of get my points right away and try to knock down his confidence a little bit. All
right, so what's the short-term plan? A few days off, and then when do you get back on the mat?
I'll probably be back on the mat Friday. I think we're going on a fishing trip tomorrow and Thursday, and then come back, roll around on the mat a little bit Friday, and then next week start up again. All right, and then how was that last fishing trip? It snowed. It snowed, so it wasn't too good. It was all right. We got to go camping though, so it was fun. All right, so more success this weekend? Yeah, more fish. Okay. All right, thanks, Kellen.